Yo, what happens if you invest $60 every day? Well, as you can see here, your account will eventually get to $12,221. For those of you that are new here, my name is Forrest. I invest in stuff, and I think that everybody should too. So much so that I started doing a YouTube series about it. Guys, investing can change your life. It absolutely can. Stop listening to the naysayers. Forget the doubt. The thing that's bubbling up right now saying that you can't do it, you can do it. That's why I started this challenge, showing you what it looks like to do it. Not just the math, not just theory, actually investing the money. Now, I've been investing for a long time. This is an account that I created just for YouTube, just for social media, to show you guys what it's like to invest with real money. How does it work? Basically what I do is, and I'm using the Robinhood app for this, okay? You can see that my account is at $12,221.48. There's an auto deposit feature in Robinhood. Basically, every bank and brokerage has this capability. I put $300 in every single week at the beginning of the week, and then I take $60 of that and I put it into VOO, which is the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. So as of close on Friday, it was priced at $494.38. If we look at my position in VOO, you can see kind of the totality of all of my efforts so far. So I have 18.83 shares. Current market value, $9,314.09. This cost me $527.14 on average. This is 76% of my portfolio. Why is it 100% of my portfolio? Well, when I started this challenge, I was letting people in my community kind of tell me what to buy. And then ultimately I decided I just wanted to do a DCA, very simple, something very approachable, really for everybody, accessible for you, okay? You absolutely have to start investing, guys. $12,000 total value. Okay, the market is down right now. This achieves a few things. First and foremost, you need to have an emergency fund. Okay, your investment account is not your emergency fund, but money gives you options. Okay, even if you don't have an emergency fund and you have a pretty big, investment account, you can always take that money out. Yes, you'll have to pay taxes and blah, 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 but you have the money. You only pay taxes on money that you've made. Okay, it's so important. And even though now that the market is down, I still have $12,223 that I could use. I could stop doing this challenge tomorrow. I could. I'm not going to, but I could. And I could go and use this to do whatever. I could go on vacation. I could, buy something nice for my mom, whatever. It's real money that I can use. There is literally no downside to investing, guys. Even if you're an entrepreneur or something like that, those are probably the group that I get the biggest pushback from is a bunch of, hopefulpreneurs. And it's just like, look, dude, all right, just do this while you're building your business or whatever else. Trust me, you will thank me later. $12,224. So we've got 18 shares of VOO, 3.34 shares of Palantir, 7.81 shares of NVIDIA, 0.609054 shares of Microsoft, 0.343145 shares of TSM, 7.73 shares of SoFi, 0.270174 shares of MicroStrategy, and 95.97 shares of Rivian. I'm bullish on Rivian. I like Rivian as a company. Tumultuous times right now with the market with tariffs and all of that, but I do like Rivian overall. So what do we do in this environment right here where tariffs are beating up the market? If we look at year to date, we can see that the market is in fact, significantly down while Trump messes around with the global economic order. Okay, now I could talk for 2 days about tariffs and I don't want to do that in this video. Okay, I just want to talk about you. What should you do? What is your strategy for investing in this environment where honestly, it could be kind of scary, right? Maybe you've been investing for a long time and you see that your portfolio is down $100,000. Like I know people who are losing a lot of money and it's unfortunate right now what is happening to people who've been saving and investing for a long time because a lot of this is honestly manufactured, right? It's a manufactured crisis because of politics. Now, you should be dollar cost averaging in regardless, okay? If you zoom out far enough, yes, the market's gonna put in all-time highs again. It could take 2 years, it could take 5 years. But eventually, the basis, all the money that you invest now, you will get a return on that investment. The alternative is that the market continues to crash forever anyways, and we're all kind of screwed, okay? So unless you think that's gonna happen, if you think that eventually the market will turn around, okay, then yeah, you should just be buying, and that's what DCA is. The cool thing about this account is I don't time anything. Now, the funny thing about that is I'm a day trader. I literally speculate every single day in the market. So when people are like, yeah, but can't you get a better basis? And it's like, yeah, you could. You absolutely could. But it's so important to have buckets of your money. And in this bucket, I brain off invest because the purpose of this is to help everybody, not just traders. Okay, it's not to show people how to make a ton of money. I have tons of content on trading. My whole entire channel is trading. Check it out. If you want to make money, Trust me, you can. I've done pretty good from it. You can too. But not everybody wants to be a trader. And most of the people that I know in real life, which isn't YouTube is not real at all, they aren't traders. But they want better financial freedom. They want more, financial security. They want the ability to take their wife or their spouse out. They want to be able to, buy better clothes. They want to be able to improve themselves. They want to be able to go to sleep at night without worrying about, a hospital bill that pops up, whatever it is. And this is how you're going to do it. So going to keep this one short and sweet. Just another macro account update. If you started investing because of this series, please let me know down in the comments. Shoot me a message, shoot me an email, whatever you like. I'd love to know that somebody started investing in their future because of me. That was the whole reason that I started doing this challenge. Nonetheless, my name is Forrest. I invest in stuff. I think that you should too. Hit that subscribe button. See you in the next one. Peace.